Welcome to Back Bike Beat. The 2025 Yamaha has given the R3 a serious refresh that builds on its reputation and makes it more relevant than ever in today's competitive small displacement sport bike market. At first glance, the 2025 R3 doesn't feel like an entry-level motorcycle at all. It has the sharp silhouette of a MotoGP prototype, with bodywork that channels Yamaha's YZR-M1 race machine. The new front fairing is aggressive, the side panels are sculpted to reduce drag, and the rear tail has that sleek, aerodynamic fin-like design that looks like it belongs on a track more than on a city street. Yamaha has clearly aimed to make this bike visually indistinguishable from its bigger brothers, and they've succeeded. Park it next to an R7 or R1, and unless you catch the smaller dimensions, it feels right at home in the lineup. And this is one of the bike's greatest strengths. It gives a new rider the pride of owning something that looks premium and race-ready without the intimidation factor. The seat height, just 30.7 inches, remains one of the most approachable in its class, and the bike's narrow profile makes it easy to flatfoot for most riders. Let's talk about lighting, because Yamaha didn't just stop with bodywork changes. The R3 now comes with full LED treatment across the board. The headlight is a sharp projector-style beam flanked by slim, bright LED strips, giving the bike a modern, menacing face. Out back, the LED taillight and turn signals complete the package, improving visibility and safety while adding a polished look. If you've ridden older R3s, this lighting upgrade alone makes the bike feel like it belongs in 2025, not 2015. Moving to the cockpit, Yamaha has upgraded one of the most overlooked but most appreciated components for today's riders, the instrument cluster. The new LCD display is crisp, legible, and well laid out, giving you all the key ride data at a glance. But here's where it gets interesting: it's compatible with Yamaha's Y-Connect system. That means you can pair your phone to the bike and get call notifications, text alerts, and even detailed ride data like fuel consumption and maintenance logs. There's also a USB-A charging port conveniently located next to the display, so if you're running GPS on your phone, you can keep it topped up on longer rides. This kind of tech isn't common in the lightweight sport bike category, and it makes the R3 stand out in a field where competitors often keep things very basic. Now, let's get into the engine, because this is the heart of what makes the R3 such a joy to ride. Yamaha has wisely stuck with the 321 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled, parallel twin motor that's been its backbone for years. Why change something that works? This engine is known for being smooth, reliable, and rev-happy, producing around 42 horsepower at 10,750 RPM and about 21 pound-feet of torque at 9,000 RPM. It's not earth-shattering power, but it's more than enough to keep things exciting, especially in the upper rev range where the R3 loves to sing. What really elevates the 2025 R3, though, is the addition of an assist and slipper clutch. If you're new to riding, this makes the clutch lever significantly lighter, reducing hand fatigue during stop-and-go city riding. But the slipper function is where experienced riders will smile. It prevents wheel-hop and instability when downshifting aggressively, letting you push harder into corners or practice track techniques without worrying about upsetting the chassis. It's the kind of upgrade that blurs the line between beginner-friendly and enthusiast-focused, which perfectly sums up the R3's personality. Handling has always been a strong point for the R3, and Yamaha hasn't messed with the winning formula. The bike uses a steel frame designed to balance rigidity and forgiveness, paired with a 37mm KYB inverted front fork and a rear KYB monoshock that's adjustable for preload. The suspension isn't exotic, but it's perfectly tuned for the bike's weight and power. The braking setup matches the lightweight performance, featuring a 298mm front disc and a 220mm rear disc, both with ABS as standard. The brakes have enough bite to inspire confidence but aren't so aggressive that they'll overwhelm new riders. The 10-spoke cast aluminum wheels wrapped in Dunlop Sportmax tires offer plenty of grip, whether you're leaning hard into a curve or commuting in the rain. The near 50-50 weight distribution also plays a role here, making the bike feel stable yet flickable. One of the big talking points for small displacement sport bikes is practicality. Riders often want something they can learn on, commute with, or even take to the track occasionally. The R3 ticks all of those boxes. Fuel efficiency hovers around 56 miles per gallon, which means with a 3.7-gallon tank, you can expect a range of over 200 miles per fill-up if you ride conservatively. That makes it easy on the wallet for daily use, while the Sportbike ergonomics are comfortable enough for medium-distance rides without punishing your back or wrists. And then there's price. Yamaha has kept the 2025 R3 at a very competitive $5,499 MSRP. In today's market, where everything feels more expensive than it should be, that price point is an incredible value. Even with dealer fees, setup costs, and taxes, you're still looking at a very affordable way to get a high-quality sport bike that doesn't cut corners. When you compare it to rivals like the Kawasaki Ninja 400, which offers slightly more power but also comes in at a higher price, the R3 makes a strong case as the best overall package. The unique selling point of the R3 is balance. It's not trying to be the fastest or the most powerful. It's trying to be the most complete. It looks like a supersport but feels approachable. It has enough technology to feel modern but not so much that it overwhelms or complicates the riding experience. It's fuel efficient and affordable, but it's also fun enough to make you grin every time you hit 10,000 RPM on a backroad. That balance is why so many riders buy an R3 as their first bike and end up keeping it even after they move on to bigger machines. It's not just a stepping stone, it's a motorcycle that stays relevant as your skills grow. In practice, this means the R3 is equally at home on a college campus parking lot, a canyon road, or a track day paddock. You can learn the fundamentals of sport riding on it, take it on long weekend trips, or just enjoy it as a reliable commuter that still looks cooler than anything else in your work parking lot. That versatility is what gives it staying power, and the 2025 updates only enhance that reputation. From a design standpoint, Yamaha also knows how important customization is to younger riders. The R3 comes in several sharp colorways, including the iconic Team Yamaha blue and a stealthier black option. Yamaha's accessory catalog lets you add comfort seats, frame sliders, tank pads, or even race-inspired parts if you want to track prep your bike. For many riders, this is the start of their journey into motorcycling, and Yamaha has made sure the R3 feels like a platform you can grow with. The 2025 Yamaha YZR-M1 is a lesson in how to refine without reinventing. The engine, the chassis, the fundamentals, all stayed the same because they work. But the details, the tech, the looks, the rider aids, those are where Yamaha has invested, and it shows. It's a bike that respects its past but embraces the future, and for anyone looking for a lightweight sport bike, it deserves to be at the top of the list. So if you've been waiting for a reason to get into motorcycling, or if you're already riding but want something lighter and more playful, the 2025 Yamaha YZR-M1 could be your perfect next step. It carries the DNA of Yamaha's racing pedigree but packages it in a way that anyone can enjoy. At under $5,500, it's not just a motorcycle, it's an invitation to the sport, and one that delivers far more than you might expect. The 2025 R3 isn't just a refresh. It's proof that Yamaha knows how to evolve a motorcycle without losing what made it special in the first place. It looks sharper, rides smoother, connects smarter, and inspires confidence for a new generation of riders. It's a small sport bike with a big presence, and that's exactly why it remains one of the best choices in its class. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive into Yamaha's updated lightweight champion. This has been BikeBeat bringing you an in-depth look at the 2025 YZR-M1. Ride safe, ride smart, and remember, sometimes the smallest bikes deliver the biggest smiles.